Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Kinga. I'm on a journey of reinventing myself and my whole life. And one of my goals for 2023 is to generate and increase abundance in the life of others and for myself. How do I do that? By creating short exercises, a variety of tools, and guided meditations to help you tune into the right vibration, to change your mindset, your thoughts, and feelings. If you want to know more about me and what I do, go and check out my website, kingakramer.com. If you are familiar with Dr. Joe Dispenza's work and Greg Braden, you are probably also familiar with the term heart-brain coherence, which is basically this harmonious state in which the brain and heart work together efficiently. And this occurs when the heart's electrical activity syncs with the brain waves. Now, heart coherence and brain coherence are also measurable states. And I remember when I was at the Dispenza's retreat in Warsaw this year, he was showing us these heart rhythm patterns of the people that they monitored during and after meditating. And you could see the heart coherence state when the person's heart rhythm pattern became more ordered. The coherent state was more like this. And every other state was like, like all over the place, because with every heartbeat, our heart pattern, our heart rate actually changes. So heart coherence, also referred to as cardiac coherence or resonance, can be actually measured by monitoring heart rate variability, HRV, and being in that state has its health benefits. Many of the research and data that are referred to by scientists, and Dispenza and Greg Braden, who are also scientists, comes from the HeartMath Institute, which is a non-profit organization that also provides a unique combination of science-based techniques, tools, coherence, technology, and learning programs. I actually watched an online event with Rollin McCratey, the director of research for the HeartMath Institute, who explained how shifting into a state of heart coherence can help you feel more in sync with yourself and the entire planet. And these scientists don't just think of the heart as this organ or muscle. They refer to the heart as a source of intelligence. By the way, it sends more information to the brain than the other way around. It is a great integrator, a master regulator of things being in sync, including all the cells in the body, Dr. Rollin says. It was nice to hear him mentioning that they talk about two different hearts, or the same heart, but in two different contexts. One that I just mentioned, which is referred to as the physical heart. And then they also recognize the energetic heart, which is a real structure that exists energetically. It's the bridge or transceiver to our higher self, source of wisdom and inner guidance. The heart produces a significant electromagnetic field, and we can actually measure it in and even around the body. The heart's electrical field is about 60 times greater in amplitude than the electrical activity generated by the brain. So the heart is the most powerful source of electromagnetic energy in the human body, actually. I find it fascinating. And shifting into heart coherence state brings the other systems into synchronization with it too, including the brain. And from a more spiritual or more energetic approach, it is also well known that our intuition works best at a coherent state as well. So what is a coherent state, right? Where Dr. Rollin says that it's this optimal state when the mind and the emotions are brought into alignment and in sync with the heart's intuitive guidance. And as I mentioned it earlier, the heart coherence can be measured by monitoring heart rate variability, HRV, and by looking at its pattern, you could actually guess the emotion that the person is or was feeling. So a coherent state is basically a reflection of positive emotions like appreciation, love, joy. And the HeartMath Institute actually has an HRV coherence biofeedback device, which you can purchase on their website. They just say that it's an inexpensive device that you can attach on your finger or your earlobes, and it measures the heart rate variability, and then it analyzes the rhythm, and then it can tell you how coherent you are. And Dr. Rowling confirmed that what we feel inside radiates outside us and has a measurable effect on others too. And our unconscious emotions, the ones that we are not aware of because we are just so used to them, like frustration or impatience, all that affect our hormones. He says that feeling a certain emotion sets in motion at least 1,400 biochemical changes in the body. Depleting emotions, which are basically the negative emotions, because they are depleting, because they take away energy from your body, they affect our physiology in a negative way. And on the other hand, appreciation, compassion, kindness, love, they have a regenerative effect. So they are the regenerative emotions. In the mid-1980s, scientists first recognized that the heart is part of the hormonal system because it releases a whole class of hormones. And the heart actually produces as much oxytocin, the so-called love or bonding hormone, as the brain does. It was also a new finding that our cognitive system or center is actually dependent on the emotional center and not the other way around. In this online event that I watched, and I'm inviting you to watch too, Dr. Rowling also teaches a quick and effective way to reach heart coherence. It's very easy to learn, yet very powerful. I actually have intuitively tapped into this knowledge, I think, when I created some of my previous meditations, which you can also check out on my YouTube, where I ask people to breathe into their heart and even touch their heart area in order to activate this area energetically and to feel positive emotions. And I also intuitively use a technique for myself where I sort of breathe in love from the space around me, and then I just let my heart get filled with love, and then I breathe it out, I radiate love. And I talk about that in a previous video, and I'm going to link it for you below. So if you want to hear how I received this exercise as a download from my higher guidance and what happened to me after doing it, just go and watch the video. So Dr. Rowling was introducing us to this self-regulation technique in the free online event that you can also watch. And this technique is supposed to help us create alignment between the heart and the brain. And that results in increasing mental clarity, emotional stability, and composure. So if you sign up, he will teach you the heart-focused breathing first, and then you will hear him talk about how to re-experience regenerative feelings such as love, kindness, and appreciation in your heart. And then he also says that the trick basically is to remember, to do this whenever stress occurs or you're going through frustration or anxiety. And you have to train yourself to remember the heart-focused breathing at times like this. But that's probably like one of the hardest things to do, right? And if you can do it, it creates a whole physiological change in your body. You can actually learn to shift the rhythm of your heart into a coherent state. And then he also talked about how the HeartMath Institute developed this resilience program for the US Navy, and how they are teaching and researching group coherence. And they also have a global coherence initiative, because every individual has an effect on their surroundings, and when in a group, it can affect the whole planet. And they are basically researching that. Not just researching it, but they also offer a program for that. So their work is pretty fascinating. He then also talked about the Earth's magnetic field, and that the 0.1 hertz is the frequency of our heart rhythm when in coherent state, and that's the same frequency as the Earth's primary magnetic field resonance. So let me say it again. So the Earth's primary magnetic field resonance is 0.1 hertz. And that is exactly the same frequency as the human heart rhythm when we are in a coherent state. I mean, how incredible is that? And then he talked about the Schumann frequencies, which you probably have heard of, but just go and listen or watch the video, and then you will learn more. So if you want to hear lots of interesting things and learn more about heart coherence and learn that very simple, quick self-regulating technique to reach heart coherence in any stressful situation, then just go sign up to this free event and give an hour of your time to learning. Link in the description. Hope you like this video and you now understand heart coherence better. I'd like to ask you to like, share and subscribe, because it costs you nothing, but it helps me grow this channel. Hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.